Look at this gang, and look who's leading them. Lionel Messi, 5'7", quiet, calm, walking out of that tunnel like he owns the world. Every single time Argentina walks out from the tunnel, everyone follows Messi. Not because they have to, because they want to. Now look at Otamendi's chest. There's a tattoo there, and that tattoo? It's Messi's face. A grown man, a warrior, a defender who has played over 100 games for his country, chose to permanently put his teammate's face on his body. Argentina wins the Copa America. Everyone is crying, holding Messi. Argentina wins the World Cup. Everyone rushed towards Messi. Now the question is, why do Argentine players love Messi this much? Actually, love is the wrong word. They don't just love him, they worship him. De Paul looks like he'd go to war for Messi without thinking twice. Emi Martinez seems to care about Messi more than he cares about himself. This didn't happen by accident. There are real reasons behind this level of love for Messi. In this episode of Footy Tribe, we're going to break every single one of them down.
Tenía siempre en la cabeza, siempre el por qué.
No apareció nunca. Ese es el mejor jugador del mundo.
Love can't be bought. It has to be earned. And Messi earned it in ways that don't even show up in statistics. Take penalties, for example. In football, it's always the senior forwards, the main men, who take penalties. That's how it has worked for decades. And if Messi wanted to, nobody could ever question him. But again and again, Messi chose differently. At Barcelona, Messi didn't take all penalties. He shared them. He donated penalties to his teammates. Neymar got around 11 penalties from Messi. Luis Suarez got 8. In total, nearly 30 penalties were handed over by Messi when he could have easily taken them himself. And it wasn't just Barcelona. He did the same with Argentina. When Lautaro Martinez was going through a difficult goal drought, Messi trusted Lautaro. Messi gave Lautaro the penalty. A moment to rebuild confidence. A moment to breathe again. Now imagine what that does inside a team. When your captain doesn't take advantage of every single moment, but instead gives you the moment, how do you not give everything back for him? And then there are the assists. There have been countless moments where Messi could have taken the shot himself. The goal was almost certain, but instead he saw a teammate in a better position, and he passed. And those teammates never forget that. Because when the greatest player on the pitch chooses you instead of himself, it changes how you see him forever. Meanwhile, when someone assists Messi, he starts the celebration, pointing towards that player, acknowledging them, thanking them. It's a small thing, but it's exactly these small things that separate Messi from everyone else, not just on the pitch. Messi thinks beyond the pitch too. In 2016, the Argentine Football Association was going through a serious financial crisis. It wasn't only the players who were affected, even the national team's staff, including the security personnel, hadn't received their salaries for months. In that situation, the security staff directly reached out to Lionel Messi for help. Even though he was still playing for Barcelona at the time, as Messi heard about it, he personally stepped in and paid their overdue salaries himself. In other words, he quietly covered the gap created by the federation's failure with his own money. Then came moments like the 2023 Leagues Cup final. Inter Miami had just won their first ever trophy after beating Nashville. On paper, Messi was the captain, but leadership that day had already been shared. DeAndre Yedlin had worn the armband for much of the journey, and when the moment came to lift the trophy, Messi tried to do something even more symbolic. He took off the captain's armband and tried to place it on Yedlin. He didn't just stop there. He insisted that Yedlin should go and bring the trophy. In 2024, when Argentina won the Copa America, it was Angel Di Maria's final match. There were also strong rumours that Nicolas Otamendi might be nearing retirement. So during the trophy celebration, Messi called both Otamendi and Di Maria to come forward and lift it together with him. Think about that moment. This wasn't just about winning a trophy. It was about sharing the ending with the people who had been part of the entire journey. Moments like that don't feel normal in football. They feel personal. Messi is paying your salary. Messi is giving you penalties. Messi is setting you up with assists. So why wouldn't you love him? And that's exactly why Messi's teammates don't just play with him. They play for him. The biggest reason behind Argentina players' love for Messi is simple. Messi is their idol. For most teams, young players grow up watching other legends. French players grew up watching Zidane. Brazilian players grew up watching Ronaldo and Ronaldinho. Spanish players grew up watching Raúl. But Argentine youngsters? The man standing next to them in the dressing room, the man they're sharing a meal with, the man they're training with, is the same man they had on their bedroom wall as a child. Think about what that actually means. Julián Álvarez was born in 2000. When Messi scored that solo goal against Getafe in 2007, arguably the greatest individual goal ever scored, Álvarez was 7 years old. He probably watched that goal on a small TV in Calcín, a tiny town in Córdoba province with barely 1,500 people. Álvarez probably watched it 100 times. He probably tried to recreate it in the street outside his house. Enzo Fernandez was born in 2001. When Messi walked away empty-handed in the 2014 World Cup, Enzo was just stepping into his teenage years. And that same Enzo scored his very first international goal from a Messi assist on a stage as big as the World Cup in a crucial match against Mexico. These aren't coincidences. These are the fulfillment of a commitment they made to Messi himself. Lautaro Martinez, born in 1997, Rodrigo de Paul, born in 1994. These players were teenagers when Messi was already winning Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or. They chose football because they dreamed of one day playing alongside Messi. Now fast forward, those little Messi fans are now receiving passes from Messi. So why wouldn't they give everything for Messi? Rodrigo de Paul, one of Messi's closest friends, said that even after years of playing together, there are still moments in a game where Messi does something and de Paul thinks, "I can't believe I'm on the same pitch as him." And de Paul is not a starstruck teenager. He's a mature midfielder who has played thousands of professional matches, but something about Messi still overwhelms him. Describing their admiration for Messi as an idol is difficult. A large part of Messi's international career was filled with failure, and that's exactly why his teammates became so loyal to him. Let me clear, you never want to see your idol in tears, but as Julián Álvarez and Enzo Fernandez grew up, that's exactly what they saw. Messi, time and time again, broken and crying. So fulfilling Messi's dream became their own dream. 2014 World Cup Final, 2015 and 2016 Copa America Final. Loss, loss, loss. 3 major tournaments, 3 times going home without the trophy, and every single time, one name took the majority of the blame: Messi. The press destroyed him, fans were divided. A whole section of Argentina genuinely believed that Messi, despite being the best player on the planet at club level, simply couldn't do it for the national team. They used to say Messi was more of a Barcelona player than Argentina. In 2016, Messi retired from international football due to a heartbreaking final, and it was Lionel Scaloni who asked him to come back. Messi returned. That same Scaloni later became the head coach of Argentina. Under Scaloni's leadership, a new generation slowly entered the team. Those young players didn't just admire Messi. They were desperate to give Messi something he had never won with Argentina. Because from the moment they were born, all they had seen was Messi carrying pain, Messi losing finals. Messi walked away empty-handed. So when they finally got the chance to play with Messi, it wasn't normal football anymore. It became something personal. They weren't just trying to win matches, they were trying to fix a story. And that's why they fought for the 2021 Copa America like their lives depended on it. That's why, in 2021, when Argentina finally lifted the trophy, it didn't feel like just another title. It felt like relief, like they had finally given Messi what he had been waiting for his entire career. But even then, the job wasn't done. There was still one thing missing: the World Cup. And this time, the mindset was even more intense, because players like Emiliano Martinez didn't think like regular teammates anymore. He didn't celebrate Messi's birthday. Emi skipped Messi's birthday gift, because Emi wanted to gift Messi the World Cup. Everything was pointed towards one final mission, not to prove Argentina were great, but to make sure Messi never ended his story without the one trophy he deserved most. From winning the Copa America at the Maracanã to lifting the World Cup at Lusail Stadium in Qatar, the moment the final whistle blew, everyone rushed to Messi, because their dreams were built around Messi. There is a popular saying, Messi himself doesn't know how big a footballer he is. It basically refers to how incredibly humble he is. Because of this, his teammates admire and like him a lot. Messi never behaves like the biggest player in the room, even when he is the reason the room exists. He doesn't walk into a dressing room like someone who needs to be acknowledged. He walks in like he belongs there, like every other player. No noise, no demand, no ego. He talks less. He listens more. And when he does speak, it's never to put himself above anyone. It's always for the team. Even after everything he has achieved, he never carries that distance that most legends naturally create. There is no barrier between him and the younger players. No invisible line that says he is different. And that changes everything inside a squad like Argentina. Because when the greatest player in the world treats you like an equal, you stop playing like you are beneath him. You start playing like you are responsible for him. He celebrates others more than he celebrates himself. He points at teammates. He thanks them. He pulls them into the spotlight every chance he gets. And that kind of humility doesn't just make him respected, it makes him loved in a way that goes far beyond football. Because at the end of the day, it's hard to play for someone who acts like a superstar. Every team has a few stubborn players, the ones who bring intensity, the ones who don't really care about being nice, they care about winning. And sometimes that kind of energy can disrupt the balance of a dressing room. Argentina has two of them, Emiliano Martinez and Rodrigo de Paul. On paper, they are exactly that kind of aggressive presence. But here's the irony. Those two are also Messi's biggest fans. In Argentina, Messi is like a silent commander. He doesn't speak much, he doesn't shout, he doesn't need to. But when he does speak, everyone listens. And when he moves, everyone follows. Once McAllister said, "The Argentina team, they like to call me Ginger, and I didn't like that." Then Messi told them to stop naming me Ginger, and after that, nobody said any word anymore. That is Messi. That is the depth of love everyone has for him.